great Sunday to each and every one of you that will see this video live. Due to numerous requests, I have been asked to streamline my videos starting on YouTube. And I want to let you know that I am a certified life coach, a certified business coach, and a certified relationship coach. This channel is dedicated to hot topics and discussions that are going on in the media as well as life applications. So let's get into this, okay? Recently, Sarah Sanders Huckabee and her party went to, I believe, a Mexican restaurant, and they were asked to be removed because the business owners felt uncomfortable about their stance on immigration laws. To many of you, you thought this was a vindication, that this was a great victory in those who oppose the situations that are occurring in the immigration laws. However, this could be a potentially very soon a discrimination law. And let me explain why. I argue for the fact that we should add this as part of our discrimination laws. Discrimination laws generally state, and I'm not saying it word for word, that no one can be discriminated based on their color, their creed, their sex, their race, their religion, and a number of other things. Let's talk about that. Race and sex. Now, that could be based on what we see, or based on the perceptions of the characteristics of that person and their origin. However, recently, we passed laws. The government passed laws that allow those that are the homosexual community, lesbian, and gay community can come out and state their preference. Listen to what I'm saying. State their preference of who they choose to have a relationship with or who they choose to affiliate with. Now, that is not something that when you look at them initially, you can't always tell who's gay and who's not, correct? It is only until they make a public statement or they make some type of association and affiliation to that particular preference. So we have famous people, celebrities that get up that we never knew and state that, hey, I'm gay. And step further, that they wanted to be married with their partner. The laws protect for that now. Now, if that is the same way, based on what we see, affiliation, association, then the same law applies for political groups and political affiliated parties. This person clearly knew who Sarah Sanders Huckabee was. But because of her association and her party belief, she was unfairly discriminated and removed from the restaurant. I believe that this should be a part of our discrimination laws. Because just because she knew who that person was, who Sarah was, that doesn't mean there were other people in her restaurant, her establishment, maybe Mexican, maybe African American, maybe of different positions and so forth, that were also supporters of Trump and conservatives. A business needs to be very careful that they must show a neutrality when it comes to servicing the public. They cannot show a form of discrimination. And while some people will say, well, that's their business, they can do that, you're absolutely right. So therefore, I'm stating that the law must be modified and ramified to the point that it includes political parties and affiliations, because people can get fired, hired, or people can be removed from restaurants because of their political affiliation. Now, some will say, well, what that got to do with anything? Very simple. If we can get upset about two black men being removed from Starbucks and say that's a form of discrimination, what is it different from a person who chooses by preference to be a part of a political affiliation and share views and ideas that we don't agree with. Now, somebody will say, well, the KKK cannot bring their beliefs, but that's based on what? The race, the discrimination. We're talking about another form of discrimination here. While some of us are shouting and agreeing with what happened, there are people like myself that will see it from a business and a law perspective. And from that perspective, Sarah Sanders Huckabee was unfairly discriminated, and her party. And the one thing a business does not want to do is be faced with a personal liability or any type of liability suit for discrimination. Could this law come into effect? Absolutely. God chose Sarah to go through this situation because she's a public figure and she's associated with our President of the United States. As a result, this could possibly go all the way up to the Supreme Court. So just to take this line down without doing anything, what could happen is this. One restaurant does it, then another one, then another one, then another one. And after a while, we might as well throw out all our discrimination laws, because the first thing someone will say is that, well, you didn't say nothing to her about her political affiliation. Well, then I have the right to kick somebody out of the establishment because they're black. I can kick them out of an establishment because they're female. I can kick them out of an establishment because they're same sex. And I would say to anyone that's a minority, especially if you are someone that of the LGBTQ, well, the lesbian, the gay community, because I apologize if I said it correctly, this should be something that you could easily put yourself in the same shoes of, because it is about preference and about personal perception and opinion. The owner threw her out of the restaurant based on her opinion. And because of that, that is still a form of discrimination. A business should always try to strive for neutrality and not verbally or physically show any type of form of discrimination. So, those who see this video, please get out there to your local officials. Go to talk to any attorney and tell them to look at the law. I think that this is needed because where we are in the nation is getting out of hand, and we need to stop such issues occurring. God bless our President of the United States and our administration. Bless the United States of America. Bless the USA. Bless our military, our leaders, all those that stand on the line for our lives. We don't know them by name. They don't know us by name, but they stand for the rights of our freedom and our liberties. Bless the world leaders. Each and every one of you, my phenomenal brothers and phenomenal sisters, take care.